CA Dhara Gandhi madam. So before that, first I let you CA Dhara Gandhi madam be introduced by for Mohsin Tahsildar. Tahsildar ji.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, CA Dhara Gandhi is well-known name. She, of course, doesn't need any introduction. She is a well-known tally evangelist. And today, CA Dhara Gandhi ji, as a member of prestigious Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and ICSI, she is also BCom degree holder, a practicing chartered accountant, spearheading into direct and indirect taxation. She is also a regular faculty with all the ICA AI branches for GST training, accounting, audit, and annual returns, particularly in direct indirect taxation. She is, as I've told you, tally evangelist, and today she will take us through the latest release of TallyPrime 3.0, Simplicity ka naya avatar. So without wasting much of your time, I'll hand over the mic straight to CA Dhara Gandhi. Please welcome her.
Thank you so much, sir, for a great introduction. So warm welcome to all the panelists, warm welcome to all the participants. So today we'll speak about TallyPrime Release 3.0. There are n number of features, filters added in TallyPrime 3.0, which was not there in previous version. TallyPrime is always supportive in industrial accounting softwares and our professionals also in GST compliances, tax audit compliances, and many more. So by using this TallyPrime 3.0, it saved a lot of time of our professional while filing GST returns, while conducting auditing for income tax, and many more. So in this TallyPrime 3.0, they have enhanced more features for GST return filing. They have enhanced more filtering features. They have enhanced payment features and many more. So let's go through the TallyPrime 3.0. So we'll discuss multi-GSTIN today, reconciliation of 2A, 2B, and simplified version of tally filing, new and efficient filter options, certain features of voucher numberings, that is cascading effects, and how to generate payment links and QR directly from an invoice by using UPI and other payment gateways. So we'll go through the GST compliances first. So it is about multi-GSTIN. How this multi-GSTIN is useful to the business. We'll talk about simplified configurations in GST, some GST rate setup features, some GST return features, and reconciliation features. So multi-GSTIN. Multi-GSTIN, when can we use multi-GSTIN? When a business having common PAN number, but have branches or POS at different states. So obviously they hold different GST number under same PAN. So before, what people used to do is they used to do accounting differently for both the branches, and then the hassle during auditing and consolidating all the accounts, and that was a tedious job for accountants as well as the auditors and the professionals too. So now Tally 3.0 has given an inbuilt feature of multi-GSTIN. Suppose we take an example. A client or an assessee have its office at Karnataka and Telangana. They hold two GST numbers. Now, how can we file the GST returns? If I want to see consolidated GST return data, how can I see that data? How can I file separate GST returns from same software by passing accounting entries under one company only? So there are many questions regarding multi-GSTIN, and trust me, this is very helpful for the companies having multiple branch offices and multiple POS at different states. So how it works? So I'm just passing a voucher entry under Karnataka registration. you can see the series number of invoice is different, KASB. So now I'm passing a normal sale bill entry at Karnataka registration. The appropriate output GST. So I'm done with one entry. Now I'm just going to F3 option. I can see both the registration with both separate GST number. Now I'm clicking to Telangana registration and I'm passing a sale entry at Telangana registration with the same software. Now you can see the series of sale bill has again changed. So now I'm passing a normal entry of sale voucher. GST and the bill entry has been passed. So yes, we have option to use prefix of different states for different registration. How we can do that, we'll see in further slides. So easy to manage your returns for all GSTIN at once with greater reliability and simplicity. Now you can see we have passed both the sales entry for Karnataka and Telangana branch. Now how it will be reflected in our GST returns? I want to see GST returns. I'll just go to display reports, GST reports. I'll go to GSTR1. Here you can see GST registrations for all company. That is, this is consolidated data of both Karnataka and Telangana. I'll go to F3 option. I'll select Karnataka registration. So this is the GSTR1 only for Karnataka GST number. So this is the entry we have passed under the name Karnataka registration. Similarly, again, we'll go to F3. We'll go to Telangana registration. Now this is the return GSTR1 of Telangana registration. This is the entry we have passed under Telangana registration. So under this feature, you can see both consolidated as well as branch-wise returns. Similarly, this is GSTR3B. Go to F3. You want to see only Karnataka registration. You can see ready return 3B of Karnataka registration. Similarly, you will be able to see GSTR2A, GSTR2B of specific registration under this display more report and GST heads. Now define registration, e-invoicing, e-way bill, voucher series. There are lots of questions coming out through these features. Okay, how will we manage our series? How will we put different series number for different branches? How many branches will be supported by this multi-GST? And how will we do voucher series number? How will we do branch expenses bifurcations between different branches? Let's see how we do it. So we just use the feature F11, F12 on gateway of Tally, enable goods and service tax feature. Here you can see Karnataka registration and Telangana registration. We'll create one more registration named as Delhi registration under Delhi office. We'll put GST number of Delhi. Is e-invoicing applicable? If yes, from which date? What is the place of invoicing? We have successfully created one more GST registration office with one more GST detail. Now, important it is, just a minute. So once we create all this, we get one option of creating a different and separate series number for this Delhi office. We accept it. And this is the option we are getting. You can create a unique voucher numbering series to charter this multiple GST registration. You can do this by going to chart of accounts and selecting relevant voucher type. Now, this is the very important and useful and time-saving feature wherein we can just go to chart of accounts and we can select multiple vouchers under which we are planning to pass the entry for Delhi office, and we can give a proper prefix for this. How we can do that? Just see. This is a list of voucher type. I want to pass entry. I have selected multiple vouchers. I think there's something wrong with the PPT. Komalji, I'll just replay it again.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So we'll be creating a unique voucher numbering for this Delhi branch. So we'll be selecting multiple vouchers under which we need to pass the entry for Delhi branch. Example, purchase, receipt, payment, sale, contra, credit notes, debit notes. And we'll use the option create separate voucher series. So we are giving series name as Delhi series. We are using voucher numbering as automated, and we are setting and enabling this feature. So now whenever we'll pass the entry for Delhi office under this head of vouchers, we'll get a proper prefix for that voucher number. Similarly, we can do it for Karnataka office. Similarly, we can do it for Telangana office. So while filing the GST return for all three GST numbers, there will be separate bill series for each and every GST sale invoice of Karnataka, of Telangana and Delhi office. So how this configuration works? So they have given more simpler configuration to work this. We'll just see certain scenarios, some business use case, as in if there is a party registration details changed from unregistered to registered during specific date or specific month, how will we manage this? Secondly, if company registration details change from regular to composite, how we will deal with it? Because if we try to change in our tally accounting data, previously it used to give a retrospective effect and change the previous entries also. So now Tally 3.0 has given a features to give an effective date from which the party from B2C has changed to registered party. And you might be knowing now that GST drive is going on. So at certain times, GST officers suspend the number of particular state. So if the GST officer suspend the number or the GST number is inactive, how to deal with it in Tally 3.0? So Tally has introduced effective date. Effective date is flexible to manage the changes in GST registration from companies and parties. Now, how it works? Let's see. So we are just going to display GST reports, GSTR 1. You can see B2C transaction number 8. We'll just go and randomly change some party from B2C to B2B. So we'll be consider this party. So up to 19th of May, this party is under B2C. Now the party called us, and if they say that now we are GST registered, what is to be done? Just go to alter option, go to ledger, go to the party ledger, enable their registration type under regular or composite, whatsoever. We'll go under regular. As soon as we insert the GST number, it will ask for effective date. From which date the party is registered under GST. Suppose we take it as 20th May. So we have converted this party from B2C to B2B from 20th of May. Now we'll be passing an entry on 22nd of May. We are just putting a sale voucher in name of the similar party, along with GST amounts. We'll go to display. Again, we'll see what is the effect in GSTR1. So now if you go to GSTR1 under B2B transaction, this party is displayed under B2B transaction. So it won't give retrospective effect. You can see only one sale bill of 22nd May is entered under B2B. All previous bills up to 19th of May or 20th of May, it will be displayed under B2C only. So this is the important change with Tally 3.0 has been implemented, that they are not changing or they are not giving retrospective effect to any registrations from B2B or B2C. So your previous data would be safe and you can give effective date and change the party from B2B to B2C. So now this is the another scenario wherein the business was registered under GST as a composite dealer. Now got registered as a regular dealer or vice versa. In this situation, what is to be done? Can you just put your answers in the chat box so I can see? What you will do in this situation where your client was either a composite dealer or a regular dealer and converted to vice versa case. Any answers? Anyone would like to speak on this?
Simply, we are using, we are doing the composite, for example, ABC under a composite. Another once they come to the regular, say the ABC regular. Like that, we are using.
Dharaji, there are comments in the chat as well.
Okay, okay, now this is the simple thing. Tally 3.0 has got for us. We see how to
The voice is not clear, I think.
Yes, madam. From beginning, you have to tell. Yes, sir.
Dharaji, just this last 1 minute after this query, your voice was a troubled one. Can you just repeat one after the query?
So I was asking.
It's still disturbed. Did you change your earphones or something?
Yeah, just a second.
If it helps, you can switch off your camera if there's a bandwidth issue.
Yeah, is it okay? My
Sir, it's still. Freezer sir, is it okay for you or?
I am getting the disturbance in the voice itself.
Dharaji, एक बार और try कीजिए. It's audible, but it is disturbed. I don't know. Just you moved in your chair and post that there was. Ma'am, it is still
I
disturbed.
think
Actually.
suddenly कुछ उनका ये हुआ सरिका समझ
हाँ,
रहा हूँ.
exactly. It was totally fine.
Otherwise,
Just
headphone would serve, I think. Headphone से काम चलेगा mostly. I think openly speaker में बात कर रहे हैं. सिस्टम साउंड से बात कर रहे हैं मैडम.
This voice is clear. Yes, a little louder, please. Nahi, ma'am.
I'll stop sharing the screen for a second. I'll connect the Bluetooth device. Am I audible now, Komalji?
Yeah,
Ah,
perfectly.
yes,
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Darka
Okay.
systems,
Okay.
yes.
Great. Great. I'm so sorry for the disturbance. I'll share my screen again.
Nothing to.
Yeah, so I'm just repeating the last slide. We were on the point where the business person was registered either under composition dealer or a regular dealer. I think there is some disturbance. Komalji, can you just mute the background participant? Yeah, good. So in that case, how to deal with this in Tally? So this is how we deal in the Tally. We'll just use F11 and F12 feature, enable goods and service tax. We can see both registration. So under Telangana registration, I was a regular taxpayer. Now I've been converted to composition taxpayer. So now as soon as I'll put further details, they'll ask me the effective date. So either I can select the
Dhara
effective
ji,
date.
presentation
entry.
आप full screen कर दीजिए ना.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we can use F11 and
Sorry for
F12.
interrupting you in the middle, madam. This
No
feature
problem,
will
sir.
help where there is a crossing of a threshold limit or getting registered, because changing over from
Yes.
one regime to regime will happen only in the regular mode, means from 1st April only.
Yes, exactly, sir. Exactly. So in that case, there is a feature in TallyPrime 3.0, which is they have added the feature of effective date through which we can change the regular taxpayer to composite taxpayer. So this is how we do that. We just need to go to F12 feature. In the feature of GST, suppose in Telangana registration, we were regular taxpayer. Now we are converting it to composition taxpayer or vice versa. So as soon as we put that detail, they'll ask for effective date. So we have to either select the date given in the option, or we can put the date on which we were converted to, the business was converted to composition business, composition registration. So in this feature also, similarly, you won't be disturbing previous data, but the details will be changed from the effective date. So you can see any of the data in the returns. Now, when you converted yourself to composition dealer, now the respective returns will be shown from that effective date, and the previous returns would be as it is and unchanged. So this is the effect of putting an effective date. Similarly, there is one more thing, that in case there is a temporary suspension or surrendering of registration of company, then what is to be done? Similar features can be used. Again, we'll go to enable GST feature. When we go to that, suppose again Telangana registration has been temporarily suspended. Now it is showing active status. We have to convert it to inactive status. We'll put an effective date. We'll put the date of order or the date from which the suspension was done. Suppose we take it as 1st June. So my registration was inactive. Now what would be the effect of putting this date while passing the sales entry? I'll just pass a sale voucher entry under Telangana registration. I'll put the date as 4th of June. I'm just putting a normal sale bill entry. So as soon as I'm trying to put the GST figures, output tax, they are not allowing me to do that because my number is temporary inactive. Now the issues of the GST has been sorted. Now again, my number is active. Now what to do? Again, I'll go to that feature under Telangana registration, put it as active. The temporary suspension was removed. So again, as soon as I go for further detail, they'll ask me from which date the temporary suspension was removed and the registration is active. Suppose I'm putting date as 16th of June. Now again, we'll try to pass a sale voucher on 18th of June. Previously, we could not put GST figures in the bill. Now I'm trying to put it again. Now it will take GST amounts, GST tax amount because my registration is again active. We can also see the logs about the Telangana registration, when it was active, when it was not active. We just have to go to more details. We'll just check GST registration details. Look, you'll be able to see from 1st June it was inactive. Again, from 16th of June, it is active. So as an auditor or as a consultant or even as an accountant, if we want to see that why this entries were GST entries were not passed, what was the issue, we can directly check it through history option. So very, very important thing we repeatedly have to do every month, and it is very time consuming to reconcile 2A and 2B monthly, quarterly, annually. We have to, pile up lots and lots of software to do this data. But TallyPrime 3.0 has given the best facility to reconcile 2A and 2B GST data, and which will eliminate lot of labor hours of our professional to do this. Previously also Tally had this features of reconciling 2A and 2B data, but now that features has been enhanced by adding some filters in it. So I personally, after this 3.0 release, I personally use this in my day-to-day, 2A and 2B reconciliation. It is so easy and so user-friendly. Now, how this is work, we'll see. This is a simplified experience of reconciliation of ITC as and when the invoices are uploaded by the suppliers. Now, how can we see this data? Let's go through it. Display more reports, GST reports. We'll go to 2A reconciliation. So this is how the 2A reconciliation is seen. For all registration, I'll select for Karnataka registration. Now the status is showing unreconciled. I just have to import 2A data, JSON, which I have downloaded from the portal. So I'm importing that data under reconciliation tab. And within few seconds, your reconciliation data is ready. So now the status is showing unreconciled. Why unreconciled? I'll further check why it is unreconciled. I'll check voucher wise. Mismatched, mismatch in return period, available only in books, available only on portal, excluded but available on portal, and certain are reconciled. Complete report of reconciliation can be seen here. Now, if you see this entry, the invoice number, the document number have a special character in 2A, and in my purchase book, I did not add the special character. I'll again go to the feature F12. and use this ignore special character if used in supplier document. It will again ask me to put effective date because this do not disturb previous month's data. So I'm putting it at 1st May and I'm accepting it. As soon as I did it, the entry will be shifted to reconcile. So this we used to do before manually. We used to export in Excel and we used to do some or the other formulas. Now Tally has given the inbuilt features. This is the another feature. Here it is 0000 in the beginning. Here in purchase, we did not use 0000. Again, we'll use the same feature. Ignore 0 if prefixed in supplier document. We'll do it at yes, from which effective date, so it does not disturb my previous data. I'll accept. As soon as I do it, the again entry will be shown as reconciled. So this feature was not there in previous reconciliation, in previous TallyPrime version, which has been introduced recently. Here you can see the SHH prefix is given. In my purchase entry, I did not give prefix. What is to be done? Either go and change your purchase entry, or either change the voucher type. Just make some changes in voucher. In document for reconciliation, put yes. Ignore prefix and suffix in document number with effect from 1st May. So the previous data does not disturb. What I did, I just ignored prefix and suffix from the document for reconciliation purpose. So now even in future, if in 2A or 2B it is showing prefix and I'm not passing that entry in my accounts, it won't matter. Just one click and we are done with the reconciliation. So this is your one-time task. You have to set up it just for 1 month. And I think it would be easier for you to do it for next month. Now, again, you can see this entry, 17th May. What is wrong with this entry? The date is different. I think everything is perfect with this entry. Still, it is showing excluded in the return. I'll change it manually. I'll put the remark as reconciled. Now it is showing under reconciled. Again, another entry. You can see this entry. Everything is matched. I don't find any except the round off 0.4 and 00. So I just can set the status manually and put it as reconciled. As soon as I put it as reconciled, it will be shown under reconciled manually. So if in future, if we don't remember, we'll be able to find this. And definitely we can save all this view for next returns also. Similarly, in this entry, the entry date is 3rd June and at 2B it is showing May. So I'll just change the date in the voucher. Maybe the data entry person has put on the wrong date. I'll change the date and get it reconciled. So once all the errors has been sorted, it will be shown status as reconciled. So this is the basic things. You just remove the prefix, you remove the special characters, you remove the zeros in prefix in the number, and half of your issues will be solved during the reconciliation. Now, one more thing we repeatedly have to do, reconciliation of input tax credit for entire month after the supplier submit GSTR1. One more scenario I'll show you what repeatedly we have to do while filing the GST returns. One more add-on feature, I'll again go to display, GST reports, GST reconciliation of 2B. You can see the return view itself, part A, reversed of available ITC, part B. This is what we see, the data when we download our GSTR 2B. So this is just a matching format of GSTR 2B, reversals unavailable. I'll again import GSTR 2B for reconciliation. I just have to specify the path. It will read the data. And the GSTR 2B would be imported within some few seconds. So all the 57 transactions has been imported. So now you can see reconciled, unreconciled, mismatch, available in books, available in portal, and certain uncertain transaction. So out of 41 transactions, the filtration has been done to 16 transactions. If we go in detail, we'll be able to see the details, what are reconciled and what are not reconciled. Certain B2B invoices are unreconciled. So we can do a condensed format also, and we can see detailed format also. So under B2B invoices, we'll try to match what is the issue. We can do vouchers wise filtering also. In a similar way, it will show mismatch in return period, available only in books, available only in portal, excluded but available on portal, and reconciled. And this has been added, ITC available. This feature has been added now. It was not there in previous version. And if it is not available, it will give the reason why it is not available. So we'll see a specific entry. There's a B2B invoice. The amount has been reconciled, but ITC is showing not available. Why? Because the POS and buyer state is different. So your ITC won't be available. So previously, in previous version of TallyPrime, this feature was not there. So it would be easier for you to figure out what is the ineligible ITC and why it is ineligible. So this is the voucher type, wise detailed summary. So whatever manually we can see that there is no difference in 2A, 2B or 3B, we can manually put as reconciled. We can set the effective dates of 2A, 2B and 3B on what date we have imported our 2B, 2A. A detailed report of it. I already told you how we changed things in last slide, how we reconcile. We'll just open some report and we'll see the related report. We can see GST portal view of invoice. I'm just checking this is how it is shown in GSTR 2B. This is GST portal view of specified employee, of specified invoice, and the comparison with what we have passed entry in the book. So if there is any major amount of invoice and you want to compare it with 2A or you want to compare it with 2B, it can be easily done. So this feature was not available in previous version. Now it is made available. You can see detailed report. We can even set basis of value, show report details based on, we can filter here as only, I just want to see unreconciled entry. I can see unreconciled entry here. I just want to see reconciled entry. I can put filter and see reconciled entry here. So this is the feature which can save lot of time. This 3 features of reconciliation was not separately available in previous version, but due to the filter options given in this feature, this is now much more useful feature while reconciling the data of GSTR 2A or GSTR 2B or say GSTR 1 also. In GSTR 1 also you can import JSON from the portal and you just can check that is there any difference in GSTR1 portal entries and our books of accounts. So there's one question usually asked: if the transaction in my book is in current month and supplier upload that in his GSTR1 in subsequent month. Can we handle this case in release 3.0? So answer is yes. We can handle such cases in TallyPrime 3.0 by defining the return effective date either from the GSTR 2A return or in the transaction. So either we can change the transaction date. If the document date is the issue, we need to confirm with the party. If document date is not the issue, we can change the return effective date and reconcile that data. Another question coming from many audiences is, do we have any pre-detective mechanism to suggest the closest match of transaction in tally data versus portal data during reconciliation process? So yes, I have already shown you these features. Just by removing certain zeros or removing certain prefix or special items, we can definitely smartly reconcile this data. Now, how about uncertain resolutions? Mismatches and simple interface for faster resolution. I'll show practically what this feature is. I'm again going to GST report. Sorry, I'll maximize my slide. I'm simply going to GST reports, GSTR 3B. I'll change the period, July. This is for all registration. There are certain uncertain transactions seen in this report. So there are certain uncertain transactions. We always struggle in clearing the wrong data entries passed by the accountants of the company. So how to deal with it? How Tally help us doing this? So what Tally has introduced is, Tally has introduced this more detailed report features wherein there were 24 uncertain transactions. So now Tally has bifurcated that transaction under various heads. Certain transaction might have wrong GST number, certain transaction tax rate is not specified, certain transaction does not have HSN code. So filtering for us is now easy. The error filtering is easy. Now I'll show through configuration, I'll just bifurcate it in more detail. So it has been bifurcated that there is errors in entry in outward supplies, there are errors in inward supplies and some other error. So there are errors in GST registration number not specified, maybe HSN codes are not specified in outward supplies. So how to resolve that? We just need to go. There are 3 transactions wherein GST registration details of party are not valid. So I just went to the transaction. I could see the party. I'm putting effective date, putting the correct GST number, and the error is resolved. Similarly, if there is a certain missing HSN codes in your sale bills or something, it can be filtered easily through these features. So audience, how did you like this reconciliation features of GST? Do you have any specific questions pertaining to same? You can just put it in the chat box if you have any specific queries in reconciliation process. Do you have any specific queries, anyone? Can we move forward to next slide? I think everyone is loving the reconciliation part. Nobody is having any query. I can't see any query in the chat box.
Last session में last में ले लेंगे madam.
No problem, no problem. So we'll move to further slide. So this is the another scenario wherein the business people give lot of time and hassle in resolving the issue. Due to many business scenario, there will be a case in which business needs to insert or delete some vouchers. They don't want to impact the subsequent sequential series, which may cause terrible trouble later. So what is to be done in this case? Suppose I need to put some voucher backdated and I don't want to disturb the sequence of voucher, or I have to delete some vouchers from backdated and I don't want to disturb the voucher sequence series of next vouchers. What is to be done? So there is a simple technique used, voucher numbering. I'll show you how it is used. Just a minute, my screen is not working again. So we were speaking about the voucher numbering, the cascade effect in the voucher numbering. So I just want to change the sequence of voucher numbering. Maybe I've deleted certain transactions in the voucher and I don't want my voucher number to get disturbed. What should I do? I'll go to alter, voucher type. I'll take an example of a voucher, suppose sale order. Method of vouching number would be automatic and retain original voucher number. So this feature has been added in Tally 3.0. This feature was not there in previous version. So after activating that feature in any voucher, if I'm going to daybook, I'll filter voucher type as sales order. The voucher series are in sequence from 1 to 6. So now I will change the order. 15th May was the transaction. The voucher number was 6. I'm putting entry backdated. Suppose on 9th of May. An entry in sale order. So after enabling that feature, I'm putting the backdated entry. So sequence of voucher number has not been disturbed. On 9th May, the voucher number was created as 7th. It did not disturb my voucher number 6. Similarly, if on 17th April, I delete some voucher. If I'm deleting this voucher, still my voucher number series has not been disturbed. 2 has been removed from here, but my voucher series has not been touched. So now the question arises, can I reuse any voucher number in case that got deleted accidentally? Yes, we can do that. We just have to go to voucher, more details in voucher, voucher number details, select voucher series, select unused voucher number. When you go to select unused voucher number, this will list all deleted voucher numbers which can be reused. There are other GST enhancement too. Party-wise purchase detail in GSTR 4 has been added. ITC reversal as per the new format in GSTR 3B. TallyNet remote users will be able to access statutory reports. Tax liability on advances, payment and receipts can be handled. Now, this is again the beautiful feature added by Tally 3.0. The filter option has been more simplified. We do not need to do things manually again in 3.0. This will be definitely useful while GST reconciliations also, in tax audit also. Now, how this feature works. Enhanced experience to filter the report instantly by providing you with various insights. I'll give you certain examples how this feature works. We'll go to display more report, account book, suppose sale register. I'm using this feature of applying filter. I'm changing the period. I'm using this feature, apply filter. I'm looking for cash transactions. So anywhere cash word is used, it will be automatically filtered. Again, I'll use apply filter option, wherein I'm searching Deepak. So in whatever entry, if the word Deepak is used, even in narration, it will be separately filtered. Look, the party name contain Deepak. So this is separately filtered. Again, I'm putting the amount 3747. I'm being silent about 374. I just need to check this 3747. In this 3747 is in shop number 3747 in the party address. In this entry, it is a GRN number, dispatch document number 3747. In this entry, I'll see filter details. The amount is 3747. In this entry, if I see filter, the item serial number contains 3747. If I further configure this, I'm looking for 3747 vehicle number. I can find that too. So wherever you are using that filter in that voucher type, look, in this entry, the vehicle number was ending with 3747. In this entry, vehicle number ended with 3747. Look, if I'll see e-waybill details, it fetched the detail filtering from e-waybill entry. So this is how this filter feature is used. This is amazing feature I've seen. It's just you are just using an Excel and you are just doing Control F and you find whatever you want to do. The same feature has been added by Tally. You just need to use that filter option. This filter option is more enhanced. I'll show you how. I'll show you one example. I'll go to display more report. I'll go to daybook. I'll again apply filter. Looking for Sunday. The days, Sundays on which the entries is passed in the book. I simply got the result. If I see the details of filter, this entry 3rd April was Sunday. Again, I'll use this. I want to see cancel transaction. These both entries were cancelled. So I got it through filtration. Again, I'll use filter option. I have two more options, multi-filter and advanced filter. I'll go to multi-filter. I'll put one scenario. Ledger name containing or equal to. I want to check cash transaction of KA branch and ledger amount should be greater than or equal to 10,000 rupees. Voucher type, I'm just concerned with payments above 10,000 rupees. So this is the simple filter I added and I got all the entries of payment which was above 10,000 and done in cash. So this is the amazing feature. Again, I'll show you. I'll go to chart of accounts. I'll use it in stock item. Stock item view I'll take. I'll apply filter. I have to look for More filter options. I have to look for HSN SAC codes as empty. So imagine in the big, here the stock list is very low. When the stock items are more, this is the easier option. Look, here the specific details of HSN and SAC is not there. So this is the easier way to filter stock items also. And definitely you can save all these. If you use this feature once, you can save it and keep it for further references for same report, for different report. So searching this HSN thing was like simple within some few seconds, which we used to, run through some complex features. Now it is like very time consuming. If we remove all these errors while passing the entries or just check once before filing the GST returns, the unreconciled or uncertain transaction would be as if reduced in GST returns. Now, get deeper with your reports by selecting range of field and list of existing master. So this is one more filtering option you have. I'll go to display more reports. I'll go to daybook. I'll just change the date. I'll apply filter. I'll use multi-filter option. There are n number of options. You can use any filter you want. Dispatch details, being GST details, status, or anything. There are n number of lists here. E-way bills, banking detail, payroll detail, voucher types. I'll search through ledger name. Equal to greater than 10,000. I've already shown you how to use this feature. This is the simplest way we can find out the transaction of payments above 10,000 rupees. So this is really useful features for us in our day-to-day accounting management. If you are doing review work, or if you are even doing accounting work, or you are just filing GST returns, or you are doing internal audits, by using this feature, it would be very easier for you to detect more and more errors what the accountants are doing. So this filter option, what Tally has given, is simplified and very user-friendly. Everything you will be able to see on the sidebars of the reports, wherever reports you go. And definitely once you have used this feature or filter, you can save that feature or filter in the Tally for that company, for all the companies you open in Tally. So it would be very easier for you to reconcile, plus to use this filter and do the work easily. So now one question is, can we use the filter capability to get the daybook for each GST registration? Yes, we can do that by using filter capability to get daybook for each GST registration name, and you can also save this feature. Definitely what filters you are using, you can use it for all consolidated data with different GST number, or if you want to use it for specific state GST, you can use it for specific state GSTs also. And definitely you can save that feature so you can use it in future. So this were certain features I have shown for filtration. certain features for GST reconciliation. One more important change that 3.0 has given, we used to be very pissed off the downtime for generating GSTR1 or opening the GSTR1 return under statutory reports, GST reports, when the data is too high, the data content is too many. So the downtime or waiting time to generate GST returns was very high. Even the annual return, when we used to open from this GST TallyPrime, it used to take a lot of time when the data involved is very high. So now that downtime has also been reduced drastically. Suppose if you took 1.5 minutes to open one GSTR return, GSTR R1 return, now you will just take 6 to 7 seconds to open that bulky data in GSTR1 or any GSTR3B return. So yeah, that glitch has also been removed. So now one more feature has been added under TallyPrime 3.0, that is payment request. Transact digitally and efficiently with TallyPrime. How can you do that? Create a payment merchant profile for generating payment link. Now, practically, let's see how to do that. Again, I use the feature F11, F12, enable payment request to share payment link QR. I'm putting the detail as Kotak UPI. Kotak UPI payment. Under UPI, I'll put the UPI ID, merchant name, create another merchant profile. I can do that also. Yes, I want to create another merchant profile. I'll put the name. Suppose Paytm I want to add. Paytm payments. Under head Paytm, I'll put valid Paytm ID, a registered mobile number, and create the profile. Once we create the profile, now how this profile works. Now, as we add this UPI and Paytm IDs, we can generate payment links and QR directly from the invoice by using this UPI or Paytm gateway. How to do this? Display more reports. We'll go to daybook. Suppose I'm taking this bill. Exchange. Generate payment link and QR for this current bill. So I have to select either Kotak UPI or Paytm payment or Razorpay or whatsoever I want. If I accept it, the QR code will be successfully generated on this invoice. When I print this invoice, current invoice, method of payment request, link plus QR or only QR. I'm using only QR code. Now let's preview this invoice. So you can see the QR code can be clearly seen on this invoice number. The customer can just scan the code and you'll receive the payment. Similarly,
Madam, one small clarification, Madam. Rajgopal here from
Yeah.
Product Management.
yeah. So can we just complete this slide if you don't mind?
No, just I mean from this slide only. So what happened is,
Okay.
Paytm we stopped support in 3.0. Only
Okay.
PayU and Razorpay are supported. Paytm
Okay,
in the last
okay.
minute we had to discontinue because of some bug from the Paytm portal.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so just wanted to clarify. Sorry to stop
Okay,
you.
okay,
Go
okay.
ahead.
So Paytm, so as per him, the Paytm has been removed due to some technical issues. So now the option you have is UPI payments. So Paytm payments has been removed due to some issues. So we have seen how invoice has been generated, how QR can be generated on the invoice. Just by scanning the QR, the payment can be received on their respective UPI ID. We'll see the preview. We have to configure. We have to configure and we have to state whether we have to show link. If we are sending bills through emails, the link will be directly given, or we just have to print a QR code. If we select the option of QR code, we have already seen, you'll see a proper QR code on your invoice. So this is easier for the customer and for the supplier also to receive the payment. Similarly, we'll try to put a link if we are sending bills through online mode. So please ignore this Paytm payment. We have to send this to email and SMS, or email or only SMS. Registered mobile number, email ID, accept. So the payment link has been generated. We'll take a preview of this document. Configure. So here we was selected QR code. Now I want link and QR code both. So I've changed it to link and QR code. We'll just preview this. We'll see both link and QR code on this invoice. So when this link, they'll click on this link, they can directly make payment for this bill. So this feature was not there in previous version of Tally. Now this feature has been introduced. So now generate payment link for parties not available in party master. Suppose the party name is not available on the party master and I want to generate a link for them. It's a way. Again, I'll go to exchange. I'll go to generate payment link, not for current, but others. I can manually put party name. I have to use through Razorpay or whatever. I have to put an email, SMS or both. I'll put email, SMS, both. So there is no party name available in this. I'll create a new party. Suppose I'm creating a party name. I'll put a proper mobile number, email ID. What amount I need from that party, I need to ask from the party. So I'll put the amount. I'll accept. So this will simply generate the payment link. The payment link will be sent to the via SMS and email to the party. So how this link will be received by the party and payment will be made. So this is how the link will be sent to party. Payment link received on message and payment link received via email. So this is how it would reflect. Issued to so-and-so, payment request by Tally Solutions. So this is how the party which was not there in the party master, and you have to send a link to them for this payment. So this is the easier way. So this feature has been introduced by TallyPrime 3.0. It was not there in previous version. Now saving the payment link and QR in the voucher and filtering the voucher having link or QR code generated. Yes, it can be done. How we'll see. So I'll just use go to option, bill receivable. I'll select the party. Generate payment for current party. Do you want to save the payment link in the selected voucher? Yes, I want to save the payment link. So it has been successfully saved in this voucher. If I go to related report, I'll be able to see this payment link QR code saved for this party. So this is a link, expiry date, amount, and a appropriate proper QR code. I can copy the link and share it with the party. So isn't this an amazing feature for receiving the payment? Apart from this, in TallyPrime 3.0, we get wonderful features of multi-GST and both consolidated report of GST returns and separate report of GST returns. We could see the cascading effect removal, insertion, deletion of specific vouchers. Then there is a flexibility to handle party registration. They have given us feature of effective date. We can just put the effective date and the previous data remains the same. It is easy to configure GST, HSN, SAC summary. We saw one feature wherein through just one click, we could figure out in what stock item GST number is not there. And definitely the GST return formats has been improved and it has been replicated as per the GST portal. The GSTR 2A and 2B has been simplified definitely by adding that feature of removing prefix, suffix or special characters from the invoice number. It was easier for us to reconcile. Definitely, we saw the seamless payment experience by linking the payment links and QR code through UPI and more filter options to reduce complexity and searching and appropriate reports we need. So now we have done with some good features of Tally 3.0. So for e-invoicing features and Tally audit trail feature, Mr. Darshan Shah is there with us, we'll discuss. So I'll just give a brief about this. The Tally audit trail feature, the audit trail feature has been mandated for the companies with effect from 1st April 2023. All the companies who have been registered with ROC have to follow this audit, activate this audit trail feature with effect from 1st April 2023. So how to activate this feature and how this work, Mr. Darshan Shah would take it over. And about e-invoicing, from 1st August 2023, the parties having turnover more than 5 crores, e-invoicing would be applicable to them also. So this e-invoicing, e-way bill feature and audit trail feature is very user-friendly and in good form in this Tally 3.0. So Mr. Darshan Shah will take over for discussing this feature. Mr. Darshan, are you available?
Yes, madam, I'm there.
Yeah. So you can take over. So should I stop sharing my screen?
Please.
Yeah, sure.
Before Darshan starts, I would really take a moment, Dhara ma'am. It was a super presentation. You've taken it really well. And for the first time on 3.0, it was really very good.
Thank you.
Darshan,
Thank you
please
so
take
much.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing the screen. Just a minute, Darshan sir. So if you have any specific queries we could which could not be answered here or may not be answered here, you can drop me an email on my email ID. I'll definitely revert you all. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Dhara madam, for taking up to a journey of 3.0. And I'll be not taking much time. I'll keep it short and sweet. लेकिन ये सारे ऑडिटर्स के लिए या सारे जो प्रैक्टिशनर्स है, ओके, उनके लिए ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर हो जाता है कि क्योंकि हम लोग हमारे क्लाइंट्स को जानते हैं कि भाई मैं कितना भी ऑडिट करके आऊँ, वो लोग कुछ ना कुछ चेंज करने से बाज नहीं आते हैं, राइट संतोष जी, श्रीधर जी, राइट?
Sir, English is also more comfortable.
Definitely, no problem.
Sure.
You can-
I'll
yes,
definitely
yes.
take it in English. So the thing is that we know that we have a general tendency from our clientele that whatever we do the audits, they go and because of some business requirement or some by mistake also, they make some changes into their data and we get screwed up into whatever we have filed the returns. And for that, we have brought one feature and which has been mandated by for the companies, private limited companies and the public limited companies. But still, Tally has been open enough that not to get restricted to only these type of companies, we have kept it open for everybody. Now, for that, let me take you to a very specific thing in Tally, wherein like we will be seeing that they have mandated saying that
Darshan, sorry to disturb you. My apologies. I cannot see you on the screen. Is it my problem or nobody can see?
yeah, actually I've disabled my video.
Please,
So-
please. It will be little. Yeah, please. Fantastic. Sorry. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So it is just like I'm keeping one thing that there are two products which has been delivered from Tally company side. Okay, which is exclusively for private limited companies and public limited companies, because the MC have mandated that that should be as the software which should not allow this edit log to be tampered by any ways. Okay, so that's why we have brought up one product called as edit log, or EL product we call it as. I'll share my screen and you will be able to see that on the Tally website, okay, you can get this both things very easily. So let me take you to the Tally website. So when I go to the Tally website, okay, when we click on download, okay, so we get two products over here. One is the 3.0, the regular version of Tally, and one is this edit log 3.0. So those who are private limited companies or the public limited companies, for them, we need to download this edit log. Now, what is the speciality of this edit log? So this edit log feature, which we enable in our company, this helps us that to track any change which happens for a voucher. Now, that we will see in the Tally product itself. Now here we are not going into any presentation mode. Okay, here we are directly seeing into the product. So let us take a journey over there. Now for that, you can, all the practicing chartered accountants and the consultants, okay, definitely can have two Tally versions on their machines. One is one will be the shortcut icon will be having EL, and another would be without EL. So if you get the client's data from the EL product, please open from this EL. Okay, and if you get the data which is not mandated with edit log, you can open in this exe. So these two things are available, and don't worry about coexistence. Okay, both the things will work on same license. You do not have to procure another license for the subject. Now here, let me open this EL product for you. So when I double click, you can see this EL branding is there. Okay, on the left hand side top also, you are able to see edit log. And now when you are moving your data to this EL product, okay, here it will give you a message that migrate the migration required. So it's a very easy migration. You just need to click on enter. Okay, if you want to take a backup, you can take a backup. And if you do not want to take, it's up to you. Okay, so I can go and say migrate, and now see the data was very small, so it migrated in just click, but it may take some time, but it is a simple click and migrate the option. Now, let me take you to a small company, okay, ABC Enterprise. So here I have entered into this company. Now, whatever I make the transaction, let's say let's make some transaction, okay, let's make a sale transaction. I pick up one party. I select a product. Okay, it calculates, and whatever is needed, like e-way bill or e-invoice, that will done, and I will save this transaction. Okay, this is on 3rd of December, and I'm saving this transaction. Now, if I make I'll relook into this transaction, and when I see relook into the transaction, if I want to see any changes, if I want to make any alteration, okay, let's say I'm changing the narration part of it. Okay, so narration, I'm writing sold for 30 days credit or something like that. I added something into the narration. Okay, or let's say second, this is altered once. Then let's say I forgot to write the dispatch document number. So now I'm adding, I get the LR number later on. So I'm just writing the document number. So I have altered here also. And once again, I'm saving this. Now, after saving this, okay, I've done 3 alterations, means one creation and this. So now where do I see that what are changes has happened? So on the right hand side, you see a button called as reports, related reports, and there is one option over here called as edit log. And when I click on this, I get the three options. One says that it was created by user A. Second, it got altered, and third also it got altered. So now this gives me a complete report saying along with the time and username that who has done the changes. Now let me take up to you to the second alteration. Now here this is a bunch of all the fields which are there for the transaction, and it is showing me that these were the inputs in the transaction. Now here there are few options given to all the users that he can press F12 and he can say that he show only altered values, because in a sale transaction or in any transaction there could be many fields. So here I can say yes to the altered fields, and now here I am able to see only the field which was altered. I am able to see, means the narration which was earlier blank and now it has turned to sold for 30 days credit. Now similarly, if I go into this, here also I can see the dispatch document number was changed, and now it is the new value was 789. So these are few changes. Whatever change, smallest change will be tracked over here, and whatever things which you want to reconfirm, okay, that key it is right or wrong, you can audit the thing as per the requirement.
So Darshanji, I would like to say something about this feature. Audience, this feature work really amazingly. Even a small dot you put in the transaction that will be seen in the edit log. To use this feature more effectively, we usually suggest you create the users according to the name or position in the organization. Suppose you can create a user with admin giving all the rights. You can create the user for the accounting doing only specific entries. You can create a user for auditor. You can create a user for internal auditor, review person, etc., etc. So it will be easier for you to give you get a tracking report along with the user name and what time they have changed and what they have changed. You get an entire complete list. Even the dot in the entry change, even the point round off has been changed, it will be reflected in the edit log. It is so perfectly given in TallyPrime. So please define the user before starting this feature.
Great. So that was a great input. Thank you, madam. And this what all things we have defined over here in the this reporting, like means where we can see all the altered vouchers, or even it will keep a track of your deleted transactions also. So now how exactly we can see that? Let's say I'm into a day book, and here on the right hand side I have a button called as basis of value, and here show reports for altered and non-altered, means all the vouchers over here. But now if I change it, like I want to see all the altered transactions, okay, and then now here these 4 transactions are there which have been altered. Now if I want to see the deleted transactions also, okay, so here I can say include deleted vouchers. When I click yes, I will be able to see all the deleted vouchers, and I can go inside that and I can see that what was in the creation, okay, and then it was deleted. So these are the things which you can see it very easily, and with all the confidence you can say in the audit that they have used the edit log product which was mandated by the MCA requirement. Now this we have not restricted only to the transaction level, even at the master levels, okay, like if there is any let's say any ledger, okay, let's say CA, Doshi and company, okay, if there is any change over here in this ledger also will be reported in the edit log. So let's say the previous period and altered due to migration. So when I have done the alteration, there has been some changes into it. So here, if I made a little bit of change also, let's say if I change the address part of it, okay, and then I say edit. So here it will show me that the address, this thing has been added. So we have not restricted our product only to the transaction level, but also at the master level. Now, not only at the master level, even at the company level, if there are any major changes into it, okay, then also at the company level, here we have a edit log option wherein like it will show us that key at what all places and where all places the companies, this company has made changes into the edit logs. So all these options are available at transaction level, at master level, and also at the company level. So all the three trackings are easily available. Now, friends, this is something interesting which I'm going to tell you about. Now, this product we say that okay, this is for the companies, private limited companies and public limited companies. But if you want to use it for your sole proprietary also or partnership firms also, that also you can use. So if you are using a common normal EXE, I have opened up a normal EXE over here. Okay, without the edit log, you can differentiate on the left hand side that okay, this is not a edit log tally exe. Okay, this is a normal tally prime. Okay, now here in the company creation, okay, when you are creating the company, okay, that time you get the option whether the edit log feature is to be enabled or not. Okay, so here you get the option enable edit log. So friends, we have not restricted only for the companies, private limited and public limited. You can even use it for your sole proprietary clients and partnership firms also. I hope this was an interesting thing. Any questions?
To the questions and other things, just let us have some of the words from our special invitees, please. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, sir, for sure. And most of the queries are answered in Q&A.
Generally, but however, sir, first I would like to request our Subramaniam sir to say a few words on the session, sir. Please. Subramaniam sir.
Sir, I think the feature of Tally is still pending with the
Yeah, is pending, madam.
online invoicing. Darshan is I guess
E-invoicing, yes.
invoicing.
Yeah.
So after
Okay,
let him
once
finish
that is
first.
over. Okay. We can take the panelist once this session is
yeah, I'll make it very quick now.
One day we'll take, no problem.
Yeah, we'll take it a very quick look into the EL. Okay, now for that I would like you to take a small place. Okay, that is called as Tally Help. Okay, now e-invoicing, now very soon we will be starting with the e-invoice for people who are having 5 crore turnover. Okay, and that's why for them, how do we implement? So only there are two things which we have to do. One thing is that key, we have to tell the NIC portal that key I will be sending or I will be making e-invoice from TallyPrime. And how to do that configuration? You can just go to help.tallysolutions.com. Okay, just write over here e-invoice, nothing more. Okay, once you write this over here, okay, it will give you online area. Okay, and from here online e-invoice, you can see all the setups. Okay, so e-invoice setup, and step by step, each and every, it will tell you that which website you need to go, what options to be selected. Okay, and accordingly you can just enable this one feature. Okay, or this enable this NIC portal. Just tell that key I will be sending data of e-invoice from my TallyPrime. So that is one configuration. And very simple, another configuration is in the Tally. Okay, so you go to F11, go to GST, and here you say e-invoice from which day it is applicable. Now, after these two configurations, believe me, you don't have to do any configuration in your Tally. Okay, just you need to do is you go to vouchers. If this is a sales transaction, let's say I've taken Gautam Traders, I'm making a service invoice. Okay, and I say, let's say 60,000 rupees. Okay, and I GST, and see below it is telling me whether you would like to send it as e-invoice. Now there are two options. I can send this after immediately after the saving the transaction, or I can send it later on also. So as soon as I save this transaction, it will give me a message. Do you want to generate e-invoice? And if I say yes, okay, it will go and it will exchange with the portal and say e-invoice generated successfully. Now see, when I Alt P for printing, current, and I say preview, and see, I'm ready with this QR code and IRN details. So this is just click, just if somebody wants to take a printout, it's so easy that after saving the transaction, I take a print. Here, after saving the transaction, it will go to NIC portal, fetch all the information, give all the take all the information back from NIC and fill up your invoice with the QR code and IRN details. And then you can
So
take
similarly, along with this, sorry to interrupt, Darshanji, along with this e-invoicing, we can similarly with one click, we can enable the e-waybill detail also.
exactly.
So with one click, you will be able to generate this QR code wala invoice, e-invoice, along with the same, the e-waybill will be generated, and in preview, you will be able to see e-invoicing bill, and along with the same, the e-waybill. And if there is any error, they will be specifically reflected in this exchange portal.
True.
So the e-waybill is also very easy to be generated through this portal.
Yeah, I'll just.
Excuse me, regarding this e-invoice.
I'm sorry. Yes.
So after generating, while it is auto-populated to the GSTR1, am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it would auto-populate to GST.
Auto-populated.
Yes.
What's happening? Some of the invoices not auto-populated in GSTR1. In this case, we are reset the thing. When we export from Tally, this IRN number is not fetching in. Unable to see in the GSTR1 return. Yes, on file we are creating for exporting to the portal while filing.
Okay.
This IRN number is not fetching.
It's not fetching. Okay.
Yes.
So is it giving some error? We can definitely see that there could be a small glitch into that exchange of information. So definitely we can see this offline. Just put your email address and your query into the chat box. So somebody will definitely get in touch with you because based upon some data or some configuration, it would not have fetched.
No, as it is, as such, it is available. No, if it is not auto-populated, let's see in GSTR1. Can we export from GSTR1 file to the GSTR site? I mean GST portal with the IRN number.
So when you exchange, this is Sarla here, when you exchange, when it is auto-populated from the invoice portal, that is when the IRN comes. But when you send the GSTR1 returns, IRN is not sent. We don't have an option to send the IRN because that actually tampers the data that is being flowed in from the NIC versus what we send. And that is why it doesn't get sent. But it is still fine. If you still upload without IRN, it doesn't matter.
It is as per rule, it is acceptable without
Yes,
IRN
sir.
number.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So just as Dhara madam said, we can send e-way bill. I was just passing one transaction wherein like e-way bill and e-way invoice both have been sent from the same transaction, and the same thing has been captured into the invoice. So here the IRN details has captured, e-way bill has come, and the QR code, everything has come. One of the interesting part of 3.0 I would like to share with you all. Okay, let's say, okay, if I make any changes, okay, let's say the 60,000 rupees, okay, I made it as, let's say, this is I've already sent in the e-invoice portal, and now I'm making the changes. 60,000, I'm making 70,000. And according to that, even IGST has changed. Okay, now, actually, this is not an acceptable scenario. Okay, but as you know, that our clientels many times do such type of modifications. Okay, and then we are screwed up that what exactly has happened to our data. And now this transaction, which has been altered, will be seen in a separate report in e-invoice. So let's say display statutory reports, GST reports, and e-invoice. So here it will show that it has gone into voucher information mismatch with QR code. Now see, the interesting part is when I go inside that, it will show me that what is there on the portal will come in the second line, and what is in our tally data, which is modified, okay, will also be seen. So now I'll make use of the earlier feature which I had told you about, edit log. So I go into this transaction and I see that what were the changes after sending it to the e-invoice portal. So here I can go inside and I can see that there has been a change over here, that 60,000 amount has become 70,000, and because of which now it is showing a mismatch in the QR code. And now with this, okay, now since it is showing me in QR code mismatch, I have all the options to correct this, okay, and I will make this as 60,000, re-accept this transaction, and let's see. Now I have corrected. Now it is saying that the IRN generated successfully. So it will give you all the information, any change in your transactions, okay, alterations in your transactions will be totally taken care with the e-invoice feature and along with the edit log, and using any type of alteration, you will be able to find out your solution. So that was about e-invoice. There are many things about e-invoice which are available on our portal for education. Okay, so there are many events which are also happening, and there are many recordings which are also kept on the Tally website. You can definitely go through onto it. So this is done from my side for edit log and e-invoice.
Can you
onto
put
the
this
board.
link on the chat as well so that people can refer it directly?
Sure.
So this e-invoicing feature and e-waybill feature which Darshan ji just told us can be easily used in case of multi-GST, and also you will get separate reflection for, suppose we saw an example for Karnataka state, for Telangana, for Delhi, to get a separate report for this. So multi-GST and generation of e-waybill and e-invoicing, it is also very easier, and you get separate report for that also.
Yes, I think we can open up the panel for any questions if needed.
Yeah, Sridhara ji,
Okay,
you go inviting. Yeah.
First, I would like to invite our Subramaniam sir to just tell a few words on the. Sir, Subramaniam sir.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Sridhar ji.
Sir, namaste.
Today's session is really very nice. Dhara madam, you explained it beautifully, and that 2A 2B reconciliation, and also those filters, beautiful filter options, and you explained it very beautifully. Thank you about your e-invoicing also. It was very nice, and it is very useful for our people who work on this. It's fine. After the incept of Tally, naturally accounting has been made easy, and many concepts are also explained. And because I remember in 1970s and all, there was a big problem in the income tax department, whether this sales tax has to be included in the closing stock. So department was on the side that it should be closing stock should be valued along with the sales tax. And all appellate authorities, right from CIT appeals, tribunal, high court, so even it went up to Supreme Court also. They said no, sales tax comes only when sales is affected, so you should not add sales tax. So people were showing the sales tax received and sales tax paid in the P&L account, and that was also transferred, affected in the profit part also. When Tally came into field, they brought it under duties and taxes and brought it under current liabilities. So totally the concept was it taken to a different angle. So people were comfortable on that. So Tally, in my idea, Tally is simplifying so many things, and people are doing R&D on this. I thank all the Tally people here. You have done a wonderful job, and you have also made so many people beautiful accountants and auditors. Thank you. And your explanation on these Tally features, it was beautiful, Dhara madam. And
Thank you so much.
And Darshan was also explaining about edit log. Of course, it is a needed factor to identify the factors. I have one doubt, Mr. Darshan. You said what are the alterations, what are the creations in the master, new creations in the master, everything is identified.
Correct, sir.
Yes, but my one question is, any insertion, suppose on 31st March, I am making some expenditure after some 10th July. Can you identify that?
So right now, all the editing, okay, all the editing which is there, we are capturing.
No, it's not editing. Insertion. I am inserting one voucher, payment voucher or receipt voucher, or any voucher on an antedate. it is a new voucher.
Right.
Now, my question is because one thing, I'm a retired income tax officer. So my curiosity is natural. And I also want to know about this edit log features.
According to me, what I understood, sorry to interrupt. According to me, you are going to change that financial year only. The edit log will catch that particular invoice period only, that edit log will work. Automatically, the date of the transaction will definitely show, sir.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
what I
okay.
think. Because you are not going to do in the next year. You are going to do in the same year.
In the same year only, same year. No.
You are doing this. The beauty of this edit log, which date it is you are modifying and time. So automatically it will work, sir.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
I believe.
yeah, very rightly answered, sir. Irrespective of the date
Yeah.
that you're
Yes.
going to enter, the
You
system
are
is
not
going to
changing the
capture the
financial year.
time when you're going creating it.
Year,
I'm sorry.
date and time is the criteria.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That matters.
Entry date.
Entry date.
Entry
Any
date and time.
Even after
Yes.
10 years you do, it will show you.
Yes.
So, that's what I believe, sir. I don't know. I didn't try. I
No,
think
that is a definite answer
I
to this.
understood. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
No, sir.
Answer.
No, I just wanted to know. Beautiful class. I really appreciate it. I'm very thankful to all the people and Sridhara ji and Dhara madam, Darshan and everybody for the nice session. Thank you.
Yeah, sir, and just to complete one statement, that your point from the point of income tax angle, sir, Tally, irrespective of the edit log feature, which is defined by you correctly, it has got a powerful option wherein you can set rules in Tally that predated vouchers cannot be entered unless until it is approved. So you can put that rule so people cannot enter. So you want to enter, you can do it. If you don't want, you can stop that also. So that discipline action is also available in Tally.
Beautiful. Sridhara ji, one point.
Please.
I have another meeting now.
Please.
Shall I take leave?
Please, sir. Please,
Oh,
sir.
thank
Please,
you,
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Radhakrishnan, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Subramanian, sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Subramanian, sir, my view is that whenever you are changing that particular entry which is omitted already, that should be made on the particular date when you are making, if it is within the particular financial year. Or
Yes,
if it is over, it should be made on the 31st day of that particular financial year ending.
Yes.
You cannot go and alter it on the prior day when it has happened, because that audit trail is there. It is not possible in my opinion.
That's it.
So either it would have been, if suppose one entry is missing on July of this month, that can be made when it is being found out at October or November on that day, specifying that it has been modified on that day for the particular entry which is omitted on July. Had it been, had the financial year is over, it would have been made entry only at the end of the financial year. That is on 31st March. That is what my view. Because of this 1423 amendments are there.
Yes.
Today we have to go ahead.
Yes, you are right, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your sharing of your experience. I am happy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Radhakrishnan, sir, anything?
Yes, sir. I am thankful to Dhara and Darshan. They have given a wonderful presentation over this Tally. I am really infatuated with that developments in this Tally. I have been wondering in so many days that we have been buying so many softwares, Computex, so and so, to verify all these GST reconciliations. Now the Tally has come forward to do all these things. I am happy indeed to take up this particular thing. And a few more views on this particular thing. As far as the bank statements are concerned, the particular individual who is maintaining the account is able to download that bank statement through their login, etc. Okay. And I learned that one software is there for we people like tax practitioners. We are loaded with lots and lots of documents in bank. About the volumes of bank accounts are coming nowadays. To print that, if any reconciliation modality is being come forward by these Tally people, we would be very much thankful to them. To weed out what is cash transaction, what is clearing, what is that sales, what is that non-sales transaction, all these things we can clean it out. So I request Dhara and Darshan to go over there and further do research on this to help the practitioners like us to weed out the things particularly. Thank you all. Thank you.
Sir, I would like to say something. There is one specific feature for conducting audit for our practitioners and auditors in TallyPrime. Still, many practitioners are they don't know about this feature. They have not explored their feature yet. There are a lot of permutation and combination. You can do sample voucher selection. You can do random voucher selection. You can put your comment there. Your client can read the comment, he can reply to that comment. There are n number of features and some ready reports which we need to show it in income tax while income tax audit. That ready reports are also available in that specific feature. So if we discuss about that feature, it will take more 3 to 4 hours, but that feature is there and it is very, very useful. I personally use that features for my client in auditing, and it is very time consuming and very accurate feature.
I agree.
Dhara ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. I
Yeah.
think Radhakrishnan sir intends to say that now that e-invoicing is automatically getting populated. So data entry is
Yes.
purchases, e-way bills and all. He wants
Yeah.
automatic import of bank account transactions. Like we see some features in
Correct. I got it.
paper-based scanning.
Yeah.
Paper-based
Yeah.
scanning of bank account statements that will automate the data entry process of bank accounts altogether. That is what is something we are looking forward to for years now from Tally. I think
Darshan sir wants to
Darshan sir,
speak something.
you can add something if you want.
The feature is available with the
Actually,
Tally.
I love this audience in that sense. Okay.
So Darshan,
So,
Darshan.
Yes, sir.
See, as far as the company corporate accounting or the 44AB audit cases or tax audit cases are there, they are already there in the your mainstream. They will be downloading all the bank accounts and bringing it as I have said to you.
Excellent.
As practitioners, we come across a lot of people who have never come to income tax, now coming because of this developments in income tax. I think now they are uploading so many documents with the advent of linking Aadhaar with the PAN, etc., etc. The direct tax department is doing so many information flow.
Correct.
To weed out all those things. If you come across with some modality to help us in that respect, because the volume of document is very large and high. So please think it over in that angle. We cannot ask the particular client to share their bank account ID, etc. to you also. What we are seeing, they are sending all the documents through mail, either in Excel or in some other format. So that particular document, we have to pull it in Tally and weed out what we require. Either it should be cash transaction or clearing transaction, anything else it may be. In such manner, if you find out, it will be very much helpful to tax practitioners. In our angle, I am just requesting you. Okay.
So instead of TDLs, external TDLs, we want like this 2A, 2E, we have made an internal part of Tally. We wanted to be a internal feature.
Income tax also, I am asking.
Yeah.
GST is taking prime effort now. This GST, they are detecting so many people who have not come to the GST fold also. There also the same thing is going to happen over there.
Definitely, sir. Actually,
development.
The good part from this fraternity is that they are expecting from us. That is one of the biggest advantage for us, and we have one of the good blessing for us.
Definitely,
Another thing is just for information. Okay,
yeah, our Sridharji is already holding you in the high spirit and also asking everyone to go with the Tally only. And we are also advocating the same throughout this South.
Definitely, sir. That has been great contribution from your side.
Sir, I would like
Just,
to, sir, I would like to say something about Sridharji, sir. Sir, Sridharji never tell anyone to go for Tally, sir. But Sridharji is one thing, sir. I've been seeing him. He's been a great well-wisher of Tally and me personally. And somehow we will come to know if something new in Tally, and he'll be the first person to call and say, Arvind, there is something new in Tally. When will my members know about it? When will my accountants will know about it? So I want my accountants know about it. When will you do this program? Sir, he has put pressure to conduct this program in more than 4 or 5 languages. His first intention is to ensure that his members, his committee members or his institute members should know what is new in Tally. Every time he'll be the first person to call me and ask me to conduct this session. Even this session is happening because of the pressure put by Sridhar sir. I would like to thank him. He never recommends Tally, but he wants knowledge for his members.
No, sir, no.
He's much concerned about regarding the members also, sir. That
Yes, he's been always, he
Yes,
says my
sir.
members should know in Tally. So anything, for any software, he says something new, my members should know. That is his basic mantra always, sir. I've been, been with him for the last 4 or 5 years.
Maybe you are new to this particular venture.
Yes, sir, yes.
Doing it for about long more years.
Oh,
He
okay.
has advocated, he has conducted so many seminars. Wherever there is being propagated by him, I know him.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes.
must be thankful to him.
Thank you, sir. Even Tally, I am thankful to him, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dhara and Darshan, કેમ છો?
All good છો, એકદમ મજામાં છે.
Okay, good.
Ekdam fine, sir.
Fine. Good. Have you provided the auto interest calculated for reversal of ITC or penalty? Because under 73, interest is 18%, under 74, it is 24%. Have you provided that auto calculation of interest?
Sir, section 50, subsection 3, now it is 18 only, not 24.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, the interest calculation should be there, no, for reversal of any ITC or some other thing.
I
That is the only request, sir. If you can just provide, sir.
Sure, sir. I'll definitely engage you with the team who is involved into it. So we'll just check out that what are the multiple scenarios and how that interest is levied, and we'll definitely see to it that how we can implant it into our TallyPrime.
Yes.
So we'll need some time for your inputs would be greater. And
Yeah, that will be added feature, sir. For.
Yeah, definitely. We'll just look into it, sir.
Okay, good.
Santosh, sir?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Santosh, sir, is from Goa.
Yes.
Radhakrishnan, sir, is from Vellore. Subramanian, sir, is from Coimbatore. Tannaji is from Mumbai. And C.L. Ravi Kumarji is from Pondicherry. And Mr. Tahsildar is from Meeraj. So I am from Bangalore. Sir, Santosh Patil, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, good evening to all. Sridhar, sir, you are always for the members, for the upliftment of the members and the ICT. So we are always proud of you that you are taken to such a level, this ICTPI, and being part of us. Okay. And today's webinar was excellent. It was very beautiful. The way Madam, hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But the way Madam Dhara Gandhi showed the features was excellent. And Mr. Darshan also. But still, I feel many features are left to be included in, like some liability register, and then many other things are there. So, because now what is happening is we have using TDL also, Tally also, as well as some other software, private software for comparison and other things. Some features needs to be required. So I'll get back to you, sir, on this. But overall, but now it looks like we don't require any other TDL software or private software with these new features. But looking at it, become excellent. And the way Madam Dhara was presenting, it looks like it was very easy. But practically, when we are doing it, initially we'll have some difficulties, for which we require feedback from you. Because usually what happens is Tally, they arrange the webinar. Initially, they say, okay, well, all the features they explain. But when we have the technical difficulty, that time sometimes it becomes some slight problem. Because again, these features, we have to be expert. Now, because initially, whatever you are doing, initially you feel the difficulties. And you have the complications, you have the, what I call it, difficulty in complying with all the features. So initially will require feedback, and I personally feel in depth some sessions should be conducted. Today it was a short session and it was nicely explained. But slight in-depth required. And once we practice into, then again we should have another session, so that any difficulties. Now today we won't have much difficulties because we are not using it. Most of us are not using it. So I'll expect Sridhar sir and also the tele people to arrange a seminar after certain days once we install, they prefer in the next month or so that we can come out with the difficulties. And it was it was a great session, and I'll personally thank you, Madam Dhara Gandhiji and Darshan sir for conducting such excellent. Sridhar sir is always like a mentor to us, and he's always for us. And I thank him personally, and the team like CEO, our Mohan Tehsildar, then Vayan Sharma sir, and Jitesh Kumar sir. So all are always for the members. So I thank all everyone and the tele team for conducting this session. Thank you very much.
Shiv Kumar ji.
Sir, namaskar, sir.
Namaste, sir. Ravi Kumar sir.
Yes, sir. First of all, good evening to Canada. My English is different English. Very much thanks to Mr. Sidra Pasai sir to arrange this wonderful session. And also, I always used to tell him, and also I tell to my friend Sidra Pasai is the role model. A very good person and a very hearted person for this. We got the gift from the God for this fraternity. And today, session taken by Ms. C.A. Dhara Gandhi, very wonderful session, madam. Very beautifully explained. It's really reached us. It's reached us also. It's very nice. And also, Mr. Darshan Shah sir is beautifully explained about that edit law. I have one session yesterday in Pondicherry. These Tally people conducted a live class in a very big hotel. More than about 250 members participated. And also the show, but more than this, I don't want to compare, but I understand more now from this session. Only thing regarding this payment QR code you are creating, that particular invoice only the QR code created. Nowadays, people having ready-made QR code given by the bank, which can, why not we can paste it in the invoice itself, like a logo we are pasting, no? Like that, this regular our QR code given by the bank, so that anybody anytime can scan and send it. It should be more useful to the this Tally users. This is one thing. Another thing regarding this 3B, when we are view in the Tally, it shows what are the output, what are the input, one day it's showing. One more step, maybe I expect already I'm seeing system. This should be calculated to what is the tax due with the offset. There is IGST, CGST, SGST. The delay means what is the interest. Which option under the same table if it shows this offset? We are now recent design a different method. It has to be adjusted first IGST, SGST, like that. Everybody knows this. Which the Tally should show in the 3B itself your tax liability in the bottom itself. This after the output IGST adjusted, it should show the offset. IGST this much, CGST this much payable, or IGST and or whatever the things it could be more additional requirement mean. It is, I think it is fulfilled. The GST return is fulfilled by the practitioner, because when the heavy time, when we are last time only we are filing the return, it is due to various reasons. I cannot complain myself, or I cannot complain my client, or whatever it is. The site is not cooperating, payment site is not cooperating. But anyway, we are always going to the end of the day, 18, 19, 20, after 12 o'clock, only to the bed. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, suffering lot, because it is due to a lot of technical glitches. But if it is shows in the Tally itself, this offset, I think it is more useful to this. Tally has to consider this point. And also, I am very much thankful to the more than this, the participant about today. I see in the board about more than 400 participants have attended this class, which is very mass. our institute, ITPI, and thanks to everybody given this opportunity to learn more. And this is my small session, sir. Given me opportunity, thank you very much for everybody. Thank you, Sidra Professor. Thank you very much.
sir.
Thank you, Darshan sir. Thank you, madam.
We recognize the presence of Mr. Periyaswamy Senthil Kumar from Namakkal also, and also our Tally Shekhar. Generally, for anything and everything, all our members will approach our Shekhar because he is the master of Tally. So now I request Shiv Kumar from Ballari. He is our orientation partner for the institute from Mindset Organization. Shiv Kumar.
Nice, sir. Actually, nice session.
Any expectation or any
expectation? Actually, we are getting more notices from the department nowadays. Without reconciliation, without proper understanding the transactions, the practitioners or auditors are not able to represent the things in front of department. Unless unless they know what actually happened, how we can reconcile it, the purchase bills where the input have not been shown in the returns, or we are not that amount in we are not able to see in form 2A. Like that, we have to reconcile so many things. Until and unless if the books of account supports, we can attend the officers. Even in future, we are getting in faceless assessment is planning. Nowadays, we are going directly to the officer. When faceless assessment audit comes, we should have the proper documents, proper set of records, along with the reconciliation, each and every transaction and the bills entries. Then only our clients can be saved from the unnecessary tax levy. And this session is very good. They have shown the reconciliation, how we can go for reconciliation through Tally. That is very good part. And we are very thankful to you, Dhara madam, Darshan sir. Everyone is nice session, sir.
Sridhar sir, you're on mute. I'm sorry. Sir, Sridhar sir, you're on mute. Yes, sir. Now.
We have one young player, Mr. Ashwin Tanna, who is actually now introducing a GST encyclopedia. थोड़ा 1 minute बोलिए सर, फिर बाद में इसको complete कर लेंगे.
Yes, sir. Good evening to everybody, sir. I have developed a GST ebook app only. Whenever you don't have to refer a hard book, see the section, what is the relevant rule, what is the relevant form, what is the relevant HSN code. And suppose if you write in my search button, supply or registration, say registration in search button, you will find how many in AR, double AR. First of all, supply. Whenever you supply, just see that bare language of CGST and IGST. Then there you will find there the below notification up till now what has come from the CBSC. Then AR, double AR, High Court and Supreme Court cases, page wise you will find it, sir.
Encyclopedia is an encyclopedia.
Haji?
Encyclopedia तो encyclopedia ही है.
Which copy you have now said, sir?
Encyclopedia तो encyclopedia ही है करके बोल रहा हूँ मैं.
हाँ, encyclopedia ही है. Then if you want to find a HSN code, there if you put on a search button, a product name or HSN code, you will find the product name. Suppose there is a cloth. Then you will find on left hand side the related HSN code. On the right hand side, you will find the related tax amount. If there is an amendment, below there is our notification will be the number. You will find out from which date the rate has changed or reduced. And all High Court cases, suppose I have put a name of Sridhar sir, if it is appearing anywhere, whether in section, rule, HSN code, wherever it appears, AR, double AR, triple AR, High Court and Supreme Court, sir, it will be appear there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So very soon you are going to launch it. We will have a big program for that one. Yes.
I'm updating every day, sir. You can find every day, sir. Updates will be there as and when there is an updation. Within a fortnightly, I'm just going to launch it, sir.
We will launch it soon, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
one more thing. If you just log in, you will first find out, sir, what is the latest amendment from 1st to 15th. What is the latest amendment? Whether it is AR, High Court, Supreme Court, whatever it may be, sir.
What is the app
Okay.
name, sir?
Haji, sir.
GST
name.
Encyclopedia.
Sir, cost,
No, app name of the app.
GST ebook, that's all, sir.
Oh,
Name is GST ebook.
It's a paid app, I mean.
Yes. You
If
need
it's
not,
a-
you
if
need
it's-
not refer a book, sir. And you
if
need
it-
not buy a book also again. Because
Okay, you
updated
mentioned
every
the
day.
cost through, what will be the cost?
I am audible, sir.
Sir, he is asking about what is the cost.
Yes, sir. Yeah, for cost, everybody, it is just for 500 for a full year. You can see it, sir. And subscription renewal is 500 only, sir.
Thank you, sir. We are
Just
expecting
for
soon.
500 rupees, sir.
Which date you are going to release?
Just fortnight, just
Today?
Probably
15 days,
1st
sir.
July.
There are so
Probably 1st
many.
July.
Just 15 days, sir. Everything is there because I have to consolidate with bank people also, sir.
Put it in our ITPA WhatsApp group, sir.
We'll do it, sir. We'll do it, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the last, now I request Raja Rao sir from Tax Consultant Society. So,
Good evening.
sir,
all,
any expectation or any comments on this one, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening to all, sir. Thank you, Sridhar, sir. Today's session was so super, sir. Actually, this is the primary time we have to undergo this software. We have to work it out for a month or two. After then, now all the people will have some other practical difficulties which they may face. Today's at the time, if it is convenient, like Madam and Sir, today they have explained very well. If it is possible, say in the month of September or October, after getting the feedback, now they are taking back, they are explaining the things which were already done. It was so nice. Sometimes people may have some other unexpected situations. Taken granted, we will consider everything. And if it is possible, if there is an arrangement for another meeting, it will be so useful. Like practitioners like us, today's class was so excellent. Madam has explained very well. And Sa's explanation about the event was also so super. I'm really impressed, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Madam, shall we take it up the question and answer from the chat box or how?
So, sir, in the chat, we do not have any questions. We have, I think, most of the questions are answered by Sarla
Okay,
ma'am and
anything is left
sir.
out, you can, anything is
yeah.
left out that we can address and we can.
Okay, if in the Q&A, we can see.
6 questions were not answered here.
Sir, I
Yeah,
think
5.
it's 6:15.
No problem. 5-10 minutes में complete कर देंगे ना, because without that addressing that one, that it becomes incomplete.
Sridhar, sir, what is taking important? You just spell out an civil answer, sir. What is important out of that?
But many questions have been
Short of-
answered by Madam, Sarala
Short
Madam.
of time, I understand short of time is there. That is why I say take an important.
Okay. So 5 questions we will address first, preemptively. Madam, I have some vouchers for filing GSTR 1, but first two were cancelled in the document summary, and it is not considering first 2 voucher document number starting from 3rd one. What should be the answer for this one?
I think this
Yeah,
query was
please.
already posted and I had responded to this query.
Okay.
So it is a copy paste of that query again.
Okay.
So that is why I
So
didn't
everything
respond.
you have answered, Madam, that 41 questions you have already answered.
Yes, I have almost answered everything, but there are something specific to data and such things. I think it will be better if we can reach out to TallyPrime so that they'll be able to check and answer what exactly those are. So that will help. That's why I didn't respond those things. Otherwise have responded.
It's okay, Sridhar sir. We should close the session, sir. It's already 6:15.
Okay, no problem. Now
so
we
sir,
have Jitesh Kapoor. Jitesh Kapoor ji hai. Jitesh Kapoor.
I think he's not in the list, sir.
Not in the list. Then we will.
You close, sir. You close, sir.
So we do not have
Senthil,
Jitesh in the
Senthil
hand
है?
list also.
Yes, just a minute. Madam, Komal Madam कुछ बोल रहे थे.
No, I was just checking the name. He is not in the attendee list as
Yes,
well.
yes, Kapoor is not, I think, okay. Okay, Senthil sir? तन्ना सर को तो 2 टाइम बोल दिया है, तन्ना सर तो बाय डिफॉल्ट रहेगा. Senthil?
Senthil.
Sir, you proceed. Vote of thanks.
Okay,
then
sir.
other way.
सर तन्ना सर आप ही बोल दीजिए सर. आपका ही है इसका तो बदल नहीं सकते हमें उसको.
नहीं sir, not that. Sir, thank you Darshan sir and Dhara for enlightening so advanced tally with us, and you have taken care of minor and very detailed query solution embedded in your tally 3.0. And we can see past also, we can see present also, and we can see future also. The what's written about show is there. Now we have taken so much care that 9 and 9C we can file within 10 minutes. And I don't think so when we absorb your this thing, there will be no query from the GST department, no notice will be there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
I am using Tally since 4.5 DOS version.
Yes.
So 4.5, 5.4, 6.3, 8.1, 9 ERP, now to TallyPrime.
Yes.
Okay. So basically I am in my olden days, I used to put my visiting card as professional accountant. Now with the support of our Tahsildar and the Ministry of Skill Development, we got professional accountant as a domain to our practitioners future. Thank you.
Correct, sir.
Anything, madam? Madam Komal.
No, sir. Just in the vote of thanks to Dhara ma'am and Darshan, I would really like to add Raja Gopal sir.
Yes.
And Sarla ma'am for answering like 40 plus questions.
Definitely.
Making our work easier and saving so much of time. So thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. And with so many important people here and hearing such good feedback, it is very overwhelming. And thank you so much. And definitely, we would like that we do all the 3.2 sessions in all the possible regional languages possible, so that more and more people can learn about the best offering we have currently. So that's all from my side, sir. With your permission, I can now end the session.
The recorded session after proper editing that will be circulated to all our fraternity.
Perfect, sir. I will make
Thank
sure.
You. Thank you, Dhara
Thank
madam.
you so much, sir.
Thank you, Darshan madam ji. Ashish Gandhi sir ko, he is the man behind the screen. Thanks, Subalnayak.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, record participation. We have crossed 400, sir.
Oh, wow.
We were expecting thousands, sir.
Okay. Thank you,
We
sir. Thank
had
you, one and all.
1,000 registrations. Thank you so much, sir.
Meet soon with some updation and with next stage of our understanding.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.